Hi there, I'm Alex Lima, Product Manager for Oracle GoldenGate. This video introduces you to the new Oracle GoldenGate 23ai web interface. The intent is to demonstrate the updated user experience as well as a few new functionalities that have been introduced or upgraded. We will begin by going through the service manager and exploring the new features in the deployment. We will look at the pre-created extract and replica groups, and we will also walk through the process of creating a new extract and replica in a hub architecture. Finally, we will create a new data stream that leverage a sync API and enable applications to efficiently subscribe using publish and subscribe model. So let's get started. Okay, so the first screen that you're going to see when you log into your URL, it's going to be your login screen. So let's log in. I have an OCI admin user. I put my password and I log in. So when I log in, the first time I log in, I'm logging into the service manager. And I have the service manager deployment and I have pre-created OS deployment. So the first thing that you see here is the difference from the past release is we now have a left side column that gives you an opportunity to navigate through different components. So let's that's going to be across the board. You see when we go into other services that's going to be consistent. This particular column will be in all the services. So if I quickly just kind of navigate through it, the first thing is it's your user management. The second part here is your deployment. So you can kind of navigate through the details of each deployment. In this case, of course, the service manager, and let's go into my particular deployment, my user deployment. Let's say service manager is internal. So here you can see that this is not necessarily new. It's just different way to navigate through it and get to this point. So this is our deployment details in terms where all the locations for our files are. Then you have the variables environment. This is restart options for each of the microservices. Authorization profile. In this particular case, my authorization profile it's a local credential store. We also support different type of IDPs. In our case here, it's all the IDPs on Oracle Cloud. So you'd have to put out the information regarding your IDP provider here, but that's a different topic for another video. But this is actually where you configure if you wanted to integrate with an IDP. Next, certificates. You can manage your certificates from here. This is an existing feature. And also you can see the logs for the deployment. Again, you can also do it certification management from here. You can do it through a service manager and also for your deployment. Diagnostic logs, just your log information. And also if you want to enable debugging, that's another option that you can do it from here. So this is just a quick overview of the service manager. There's nothing much different here that we already had on previous version. It's just as you can see, it's a lot easier to navigate. So now if we go into the deployment itself, we have the 4 microservices and we're going to go through the administration service first to see how it looks like. So when you click the admin service link in the service manager, it will redirect you to the deployment login page. So we have to log into deployment. Password. Now we log into the admin service of the West deployment. You can see West right here. And this is the version that we are operating today. As you can see from previous microservice release, 19 and 21, you can see the tabs for the microservices on the top. What's new here is this entire new column in the left, which gives you this set of menu options and drop downs that you can explore all the extract, the database connections, the user administration. On the middle part of the page, you have a summary of the status of your extracts and your Replicat. And I have two extracts and two Replicat because this is a hub architecture bidirectional configuration. I'll show this in a minute. And below it's a list of critical events that happen that it shows you. This is some of the things that I have been testing and playing with it, so that's why you see all this warning messages here. So next, let's take a look on this column options here, user configuration. I only have one user, the administrator user, but you can definitely create different users with different roles that have different access to what can be done in GoldenGate. So you can use that this workflow to create new users. Next, we have the database connections. To create a database connection, you click the plus sign and you go ahead and give the alias, the user ID for the database, the password. The user ID you can use. You have an example here. I have two databases, and that's my username in the database. That's my host for the database, port, and the service. As you can see, I have two different databases. One is West, one is East, in two different hosts. Let's connect to the West database first. When we connect, we'll see the checkpoint table on the admin schema. We will see, if I remember correct, I have an HER schema with 7 tables. So the schema trend data was enabled, and also I have a heartbeat table with target only off because it's a bidirectional replication. So that's kind of how you go ahead and view and create new connections. Next, we will take a look into the extracts. So as you can see here, I have 2 extracts. You can see if I click on the extracts, it gives me this general view. If I had multiple extracts, I only have 2. If I had multiple extracts, it would have listed here. Here's an option for you to stop, and this is give you the ability to expand the menu, and also there are 3 ways you can expand the menu. You can click it here, you can click on the link, or you can click the arrow to open drop down. But before I go there, I just want to show you that you can stop the individual process here, or you can also stop all at once here. But let's go ahead and review this. So if I click on there, it gives me the details of the East extract. It's been running for 3 hours, use local wallet. Next, I can look at the checkpoint information. It's actually writing to sequence number 3. The current offset is this one. And as you can also see in the output, you can see the name of the file, EE. You can see the sequence and the offset. Moreover, you can go ahead and look at the statistics. In this case, I don't have anything replicating right now other than just the heartbeat. So you can see there was 1870 updates capture from that table, from the C table. The next, you can see the parameter files. There are two ways that you can see parameter files, and this is one way. You go inside the process, you can click on parameters, and you can also scroll down here and look the parameter files. Let's just go ahead and click here, and you can see all the parameter files in this deployment. In this case, like I said, I have 2 extracts and I have 2 replicats. So that's the 2 ways that you can see the parameters. Next is your cache manager information, statistics, and etc. Here it's one of the locations that you probably spend good amount of time, reviewing the report files, so you can review the latest and all the ones that have rolled out. But it's an easy way for you to go ahead and see what GoldenGate is doing and capturing. And if you have an error, that's a first location that you want to take a look. Integrated diagnostics. This is new for 23ai. You can create integrated diagnostics, which means we can see diagnostic connections. This ran earlier today, so there is an opportunity for you to run for a period of time and collect messages and metrics. I think you can do a included detail, and that's going to show you this nice graphic that shows top weight events, CPU, and things. And then you can see that in a table format as well. It gives you an opportunity to download this table, so that you can see the collection for in a table format if you need to do more analysis. So this is a new feature. I think that's going to be really good for diagnostics, and we have that for the extracts and the replicats as well. So that's on the extract side. Of course, if you go to the other one, it's going to have the same components. But let's go into the Replicat. Similar concept. You see the overall information here. You can come and see where the Replicat is reading from. So it's reading from sequence 3, offset, and gives you more information where it started and what is current. You can see the statistics, what haven't applied. Remember, I think it was 1874, I believe. I don't recall, but right now it's 1875 updates for that table that came from the source, and you have 1875 inserts on the history table. So it gives you an overview of the Replicat. Again, parameter file, pretty straightforward, pretty simple, nothing special here. Report file as well, same as the extract. Heartbeat information, you can see it from here. So this is actually pretty nice because you can see, because this is a hub configuration, you can see the extract and you can see the Replicat. The last heartbeat lag was 404 from source to target. This is the frequency that it's been executed. So, and then you can go ahead and see more details of the history. You can actually, come here and tell the heartbeat periods that you want to see it. It's going to give you at least this nice little view of of that period of time. So I think it's really good to see in real time what it looks like, and sometimes we wanted to see this just to make things easier for someone that is it's not familiar with the replication. They can come here to the heartbeat and actually see it. Integrated diagnostic is the same as I demonstrate in the extract. Here you can see The trails, you can see that I have two trail files. One is E2. This is just saying east, and this is just saying west. So the producer is east, and the consumer is R east, and west to R west. So let's talk about tasks. 4 different tasks. The first one, archive trails, basically a way for us to back up archive to a different location, trails to a different location, apologies. So you can create tasks to move your trails, not move, but copy to a different location. And you can even give it a subset from start to end sequence number. So that's archive trail. The next one is purge. Basically, is a task to purge unnecessary trails that are not needed anymore. It's been already processed, so we can purge that from disk and give space back to future trails. So this is purge trails. The next one is purge process. So sometimes we shut down our processes gracefully, and we leave there. We just don't delete it. So you can create a purge process in order to automatically delete your process based on different thresholds and frequencies that you want. So let's say you you say if the extract is stopped gracefully, and after 10 days go ahead and purge. So it's going to go ahead and delete that. So that's another capability that you have right now here. Lag report, basically you wanted to you want to set up a threshold and generate a report. If let's say in my case here, if it exceeds 1 second, or give it a warning if it exceeds 5 seconds. So you can just do that, and then you see the report here, basically when that happened. So that's a good one too. That if you wanted to see it, and if you can keep track of when something happened in terms of lags. Next one is encryption. There's nothing new here. Basically it's ability to set up trail file encryptions. So you have the ability to use OKV and KMS for your encryption profiles, local wallet as well. This is by default. That's what I'm using right now, although I don't have anything configured for encryption, but if I had it, this is where it would be stored. Ability to create encryption keys as well. Next, this is path connection. Basically, it's to create a path connection for distribution paths when we are connecting from, let's say, a source to a target system. This is how we can create the path connection for the distribution service. I will create another video. I think we do have another video in our YouTube channel that describe how this works, but I will create another video just to talk about on 23ai how to go ahead and create this, because this is in a little different location now. This management profile, process profiles. So basically it's the ability for us to auto start or auto restart our processes, our extracts and replicats. So it comes out of the box. We have a profile called default. It's enabled by default, but it comes as off, so we can modify that in here and make it auto restart, default or not, and we can give all the parameters how we want to give tell GoldenGate how frequent and how much to delay between the restarts, between the retries. So we can do that, and we can create different ones as well. So you go ahead and create another profile here if you want, and then go back to the extract, for instance, in this case, and here you can change the profile option. So let's go back to the default. I can submit that to the default, and it's gonna now it's managed. It's back to the default profile. So then it's gonna use whatever the default setup at this point is off. So let's say I come here and I can just auto restart. So now if this host for some reason goes down, the process that have this profile will restart, will auto restart. Let me put it. And restart is an option if the process abandons. GoldenGate's gonna try to restart. Next one is the parameter files. We touch base on this a little bit. So here you can see all the parameter files in one location. It opens up like that, and then you can modify if you want. Next is diagnostic logs. So basically, all the logs that gets logged to our GoldenGate logs, and the next one is the debug if you want to enable debug. So that gives us the overview of everything that is on the left side. I'm gonna stop here for now, and we're gonna go ahead and review the distribution service. So let's go and take a look into the distribution service. As I mentioned earlier, this is a hub configuration, so I don't have any distribution path or target initiated path created. But I can just go through this really quick here. So as you can see, again, diagnostic logs and debug logs for the services are here, the same as in the admin. If we create a distribution path to send the trail to a different deployment, this is where we would create a distribution path. I don't have another one right now to send the data on, but we would put a name here for the path, a description, and then we would go through the flow. I can select my extract, which pops up my my trail name, and then I can just leave everything by default, go to the next one, and then I have three different protocols we can change. Nothing he has changed from previous version. It's just the workflow that, as you can see, it's a lot easier to go ahead and create the distribution path. So you would go ahead and populate all this information and go through the flow, and at the end you would create the distribution path for you. Target initiator path is the same concept, except instead of pushing the data out, it would be pulling. So let's say I had another deployment somewhere, and I wanted to pull the data from these two extracts. So I would go ahead and create a target initiator path to pull the data. And data stream, this is a new feature in GoldenGate 23ai. I will talk a little bit about this one at the end of the video. But for now, distribution path, target initiate path, nothing has really changed from previous version, other than, again, you have the left panel here that you can navigate easy, and also the workflow, it's a lot easier for you to go step by step and create your distribution paths. So with that, log information here is the same as what we have here. So next, let's talk about the performance metrics. So performance metrics, again, you see all the services here on the left. You can see all the processes. Again, distribution path we don't have, receiving path we don't have, but easy to navigate. And you also have those, panels here in the middle that you can also go into that through this. Extracts you can see here and here. So let's go into one extract just to see what is this view. It's very similar what we had before on 21. So just a way for us to navigate that has been modified. The information here, it's for the most part the same. So you can see that we have start collecting metrics, and you can start seeing different performance threads for the extract and etc. So basically, it's easier to navigate and see things on the performance metrics. So the last service is the receiver service, where we can create targeted initiate paths. Again, I don't have any configuration that we could go ahead and create a target initiate path, but in other words, if you wanted from the target to pull the extract data from your source deployment, you could use that. It's very similar to the distribution path workflow. So you have to go through and put the source and the target options and advanced filtering, and then you create your target initiate path. And on the left, you have the menu, the same as the other service. But what I wanted to do now is to go ahead and create another extract. I went ahead in another window and I stopped the Replicat and the extract, so we could have a clean. So I want to go ahead and create edemo. We're going to go ahead and create another extract. We're going to say the domain is the default. The source is going to be, let's say, West. The file is going to be E1. I don't need 500. 50 is okay. The encryption profile is the local wallet, but we are not going to use any. If I wanted to use it, I could, choose my algorithm here. Next is the profile for the auto start and auto restart. I'm just going to leave the default. Next, I'm just going to say table HER star that. Oops, typo here. So I'm just going to go ahead and create this extract. While that's being created, I'm just going to go ahead and create the replica for that. And I'm going to create a RDemo parallel non-integrated replica. I think we said the trail file would be E1. Domain is the default. Alias, now we're going to go to East. So we're going to capture from West, apply to East. I'm just going to get my checkpoint table. My sequence is 0 and my RBA is going to be 0. First file, first transaction. There's nothing going on in terms of data movement. So this is just to show the workflow to create HR. Just like to put HR instead of store. So I'm just going to go ahead and create that Let's see the status of the extract. It hasn't been created yet. Oh, there you go. It's creating and starting. Our demo is already started. Looks like it's coming. The extract takes a little longer because it needs to attach to the database. Okay, everything got created. We have the e-demo here. Also the Replicat's running. I went on the back in the database and made sure everything was there. Let's see. Let's see if everything is running. Okay. Checkpoint. Yeah, sequence 1. Statistics. You can see I had one delete on the back of the database, so I can see. Let's see if that delete made it to the target. Let's go here, our demo. Checkpoint 1. Don't remember the number. So let's see. Yep, delete made it to the target. So there you have it. So now we did create a extract and a Replicat perform a delete on the table and worked. Looks good. Report. Let's see. You have it, the report picked that up as well. Alrighty. So this concludes this part of the demo. I have one thing left that I want to discuss, which is create a data stream. So without getting into much detail, I think this topic is a video itself. But I just want to give you a quick overview on how to create data streams. It's a new feature in GoldenGate where customers can consume transaction data directly from the sources. So in other words, GoldenGate extract will capture the transactions, will write to a local file, and data streams, just like a distribution service, is going to read from that file and make that available in a pub subscribe model. So, if you like to hear more detail before we come up with a demo on this, please read our documentation. There's more information about it. But really quick, let's just create one data stream here. I'm going to call this on the workflow here first. Data stream. I'm just going to say 1DS. Now I have to say where I'm going to consume this from. So I think I created a trail that the extract, it was E1. No subdirectory, and code is JSON for now. Sizing and quality of service, you have this 3 choice, exactly 1, at least 1, and at most 1. You can also enable cloud events format. I leave it off for now. Next, I can just give it a description. Let's say test 1. There are some options to filter. You can filter by object type and name, or you can by operation. I will leave that alone for now too. So I'm going to create one data stream. So you just got created, as you can see here. And then we can take a look what got created. So you can see all the informations that we gave on the workflow. And now it's creating in a YAML file. So you can see where the The endpoint is for you to subscribe. In my case, it's localhost is local to my desktop. But if this was a public server, you would see the address here, and that's how you're gonna go ahead and subscribe. Here's an example of everything that is available as a published subscriber model. So I let you go ahead. I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to go too much in detail on this. I just wanted to show you really quick how to create this new feature data stream, and then you can explore more with that. I look forward to see what you're going to create with this new feature. It's really exciting for us. And with that, I'm going to go back to here and this concludes the demo that I had planned for today. I hope you enjoy the new interface, how easy to navigate is from previous release. I hope you enjoy where we have added new features to the product and how easy access from this left panel in all the services make your user experience a lot easier than what we had it before. So there are other things that we want to kind of demonstrate. Like I said, the distribution service, it's a video to itself, and some of other features that we have here. I like to do a video just for that feature, a short video just for that. And so stay tuned for that. So if there's anything else that you like to see a demo on the application, that it's specific for your need or is specific for something that you would like to see, let us know in the comments below, and we will try to make one for you. And if you have any additional questions or anything, leave it a comment below. We are always checking, and we can try to address your questions directly. So with that, I thank you very much for your time. I know it was a little longer video, but it was important to kind of navigate through most of the components so you can see where things are. And when you install yourself, you have a good understanding where things are and how things function. With that, thank you very much for your time, and stay tuned for new videos.